Hi, welcome to Christine's Corner. Today's guest is from Gloria Day Church in Plainville or Bristol? Bristol, I'm sorry, the other side is Plainville. Today I have Tracy Carlson with us. Thank you,
You're
Tracy,
welcome.
for coming. Can you tell us what you do at Gloria Day, and are you a director or what do you do?
I'm in charge of social ministry at Gloria Day Lutheran Church, and that means that I'm in charge of the programs that we do that affect the community. So we have a community garden, and we grow vegetables for the soup kitchens.
Oh.
And we have our food distribution every 2 weeks, and so we give food to the community, food, diapers, baby wipes, and any vegetables from the church garden.
Oh.
So I
I
coordinate.
didn't know you had a church garden.
It's beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
pretty big on the
It's very,
sitting on
yeah,
the
it's pretty
side?
big. Yeah, when you come in the parking lot, it's a little. It's on the corner of the parking lot, and right in the direct sun. And
Oh, perfect.
it was recently rebuilt 2 years ago by an Eagle Scout.
Oh.
Who replaced all the wood and changed the design. So it's really beautiful, and it's very prolific too. So we're like last weekend, when we were giving out food and diapers, we also gave out fresh peppers, green beans. What else do we have? We had cherry tomatoes from the garden.
Wow.
That we were giving out as well.
Wow. I was in that line that you were speaking of myself, because I've been out of work because something happened to me. You never know when something's going to happen.
No.
And but that's great. You have it every other week on Saturday, 10 to 12.
Yes.
And you can just drive through, right?
You just drive through. Nobody has to identify who they are or what the need is or where you live or whether you're. We don't ask any questions. We just. It's a no judgment zone. We don't judge anybody because we haven't walked in their shoes. We don't know what people are going through, and we just care a lot about the community, and we care about the people coming through, and we just want to help them. And we've had a lot of people come through that had hit rock bottom, and now we're getting people come through that say, I got a job.
Wow.
I'm doing better. I want to donate. How can I volunteer?
Wow.
And so that's really great because, you don't want to think that they're
You're right.
but some people are just reaching the point right now where they've gotten to the end of their rope, and now they're coming to us. And so we are giving out about 200 bags of groceries every 2 weeks.
Wow. That's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a need. It's a great need.
There is a great need.
And you don't have to be part of your church, or have to join your church.
No,
Gloria Day.
no, not at all. Not at all. What else can I say?
So yeah, that's great. It was great. Just have signs saying "Come on in," and drive my car right through.
When we started, it was terrible because we hadn't figured out that there was going to be such a big need. We started in May of 2020, and I naively thought that COVID was going to be over by September of 2020, and it wouldn't,
I think we're all naive on that one, yeah.
like, oh my God, it continued on and on. So at first we were just doing 60 bags of groceries and, some diapers. And we were at the front of the church. So you come in off of Camp Street and you turn the corner, and we were right there. Well, the people were just lined up all the way down Camp Street and all the other way.
Wow.
and it was a real traffic jam. So that's when we figured out, okay, we're gonna have to move it and we kept moving it further and further into the parking lot until we finally made a line that goes all the way down and comes around, and we serve people on both sides. You saw,
Yes.
how, you know, so
there was two
the traffic
lines.
splits. And when we begin at 10 a.m., when we open, you know, when we finally let people come through, the line is down and around.
Wow.
I know.
Oh, I'm lucky when I get there. Well, it's almost closing time, so I guess the line's gone. But
Oh, in the beginning of the day, it is incredible. I don't know if people are worried that there won't be enough food, but we haven't run out yet, and we pray that we don't.
yeah, I also noticed there was this lady at a table with books, but she's just there. I didn't understand what she does.
Oh, okay. That is.
There's no sign for her or anything.
Well, it said free books on the right-hand side of it, but if if you're not looking for it, it's not really obvious.
Right.
There's a scout leader named Mike Mayer.
Oh.
Mike is awesome, and he collects books and gives them out at our food drive every week that we're there. He's there unless he has a conflict, because he's a scout leader of the Cub Scouts Pack 425.
Oh, so
which is at Gloria Day.
They help too.
They help him, but mostly it's his project that he gives out books. But he also, I don't know if you've seen around Bristol, there's little lending libraries on little posts.
Yeah, I've seen
He
it.
he fills them with the books.
Oh.
So he goes around Bristol, he fills all the lending libraries, and then he gives books away for all ages. So, children all the way to adults. So you can go and get books and also give him books.
Oh.
And then, so it's kind of like he's got this rolling lending library there.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great idea.
Oh, I've given him quite a few.
Oh, I'll have to look through my library.
The problem is when I look at his books that he's got, I go, oh, I want this back. This is my book. I want to read it again.
Get attached, right?
I love to read. So, he's a great guy, and he's doing a great service. And you know what I really love is when the kids come around, and, that's on the right-hand side, and then you drive down and around, and when you look in the back seat and you see a child reading a book that Mike just gave them, I just love that.
Wow.
And they're just tickled pink because they got books. Something, something for them.
Yeah.
But
so how are you able to distribute so much food? I mean, 200 bags of food, that's a lot.
It is.
Is anybody donating any money or food, or how are you
It's
able
coming
to do
from
this?
a lot of different directions, and nothing is consistent. We're getting donations from people that come in off the street and drive through and hand us cash.
Wow.
That's rare.
Yeah.
But last week somebody came in and gave us $100.
Wow.
And that $100 allowed me to buy, I got to do the math, but I bought 24 packages of diapers with that $100, and which is good.
Yeah, very good.
It is. It's a beginning, but we're going through 75 packages every 2 weeks.
Wow.
So when you think it's $4.09 for each package of diapers, times 75 packages, times every 2 weeks, I rely on donations from the community, from family, from friends, from Venmo. I have a PayPal account. Do you
have a website?
We do.
What's your website?
Gloria Day is gdeichurch.org.
So for more information.
For more information, and there's a drop down underneath. I think it says social ministry, but it might just click on all the down things till you find the one that shows where you can donate, because you can donate directly to the Gloria Day food and diaper distribution.
Yeah.
And that is so greatly appreciated, because we truly cannot continue. And I'm kind of in a crisis mode, because I showed you I have $9 right now
Right.
to buy all this food.
Wow.
But you just told me you made a donation, so thank you so much. And people
Yes.
do that. People come up and give me a bag. Lady yesterday, Monday, at Bristol Choral Society gave me 2 boxes of diapers and some cereal.
Oh, that's
So I just accumulate those donations. 2 weeks ago, the Boy Scouts did a collection for us, and that helped us a lot. I also communicate with the different food banks, because sometimes they have an item on their shelf that's about to expire or about a month away from being expired, and they can't give it out. So they'll give it to me, and I'll get it out to the community right away. And that way it doesn't go
To waste,
it
yeah.
doesn't go to waste, you know. So, or if I have things that have been donated to us that we do not really, it doesn't fit what we're giving out, because we're doing non-perishable food items,
Right.
then I'll share it with them. So I've been communicating with them.
So, are you looking for particular items, or just whatever someone can donate?
We have particular items that we really prefer. We prefer cereal, spaghetti sauce, pasta, a canned pasta meal, beans, baked beans, soups, tuna, a side dish, you know, like a Knorr side dish or a rice side dish or a bag of rice, and then a dessert, because everybody deserves a dessert.
Right.
Especially when you're going
Oh,
through a
that's-
hard time, it you know, is
It's not a necessity, but
it is not a
you're getting it.
necessity, but we know that, you know, everybody deserves that little treat, and so we make it a point to try to lift people's spirits that way. And
Yeah, that was nice.
yeah.
How about uncooked beans in a package? Is that all right?
That is okay, but I think that's an item that's not as easily cooked for it. Like if you're a good cook, it's probably something you'd want. But if you're like me and you can't cook to save your life, it's just going to stay on the shelf and not be useful. So we tried to pick things that were the most easily useful for everybody, but non-perishable and not, you know, expired food.
Right, of course.
We do get that quite a bit, and appreciate that somebody wants to help, but
Yeah,
I
found
can't
that
give out
myself.
expired food.
I have to check the expiration dates, because sometimes it's expired.
Right, and
throw
it's
it away.
okay if you bought it and you put it on your own shelf, but I can't give out expired food. So what I do with that is I give it to the Orphan Grain Train group in Terryville, and they're a wonderful organization, and they will take food that's shelf stable, and you know, they'll take it if it's expired in the last year, and they take it to Kentucky and distribute it there. So we try not to waste food as much as possible,
Right,
you know.
yeah.
And I forgot to mention, there's this other organization, it's called Thrivent Financial for Lutherans. And that's an insurance company, and they sell insurance and all kinds of financial items. People who own that product are eligible for something called Thrivent Action Grants.
Oh, what's that?
It's pretty cool, because Thrivent is a fraternal benefit organization, which means that they don't pay taxes. So they have to give the money they would pay in taxes back to the community. And they do that by allowing the people who own the products to apply, they go online and they apply for a Thrivent Action Grant, and they're $250 each. So I have a whole bunch of my friends who own Thrivent products applying for Thrivent grants, and we use those to buy food as well.
Oh, good
And
idea.
those are very, very helpful, because they're for $250, and everybody who qualifies for that can get 2. So that's $500 a year times.
Oh, so that helps. Oh,
It
yeah.
absolutely has saved our bacon many, many times.
Yeah. Do any stores donate any food to you? Maybe they have
No.
food that's about to expire or something?
Yeah, no, we,
They don't give you a discount or anything?
ShopRite gives us a 10% discount.
Oh, nice.
They definitely do.
Oh, good.
But a lot of our shopping is at Aldi's. And I shop at ShopRite when there are sales,
Right.
and they'll give me the 10% off there. But
Yeah,
I just
Aldi's is
honestly,
better.
yeah, and I have applied for grants. I applied for, I've got a grant from the Main Street Foundation, the Elizabeth Norton Foundation in Plainville. We got a grant, and
Oh, good.
you know, but and then some donors. We had one donor, I'm going to say his name on TV, Tony D'Amato from D'Amato Construction. He donated $2,000 last December,
Wow.
and that was amazing, and it got us through one distribution.
Wow.
Because we're spending $11 a bag times 200 bags, plus 75 packages of diapers, plus another 6 boxes of wipes, which is $25 each. So that's,
It adds up.
it adds up so
Especially diapers
fast.
and wipes, yeah.
Yeah.
That you didn't have baby formula, but
Well,
no
sometimes
one can
people
get that.
donate the baby formula.
do? Oh.
Yeah, they'll come through and say, my baby's not using this because it doesn't agree with them, but it's brand new, would you know, and so we'll offer it to the moms coming through.
Yeah.
And,
That's good.
and we have baby food. We had somebody give us 25 boxes of Depends product for it's size small,
Wow.
and each box contained 4 packages of,
Wow.
of these Depends times 25. So we've been trying. It's horrible. I go up to people and say, "Do you need these?" It's like, this is such a personal question,
Yeah.
but you know, some
Embarrassing,
people
yeah.
are going, "Yes, thank you."
Right?
You know, so you never know, and I have to put that aside. You know, how embarrassing it is for both of us, but it's an absolute blessing when somebody needs that, and we're able to give that to them.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very much a blessing. It's very much a
Oh
blessing.
yeah, we were applying for a grant, so we had to count like how many families had children, how many families were just adults, or how many families or how many people were elderly. We just kind of counted, and we came to the conclusion that the people that are in need the most are elderly and families with children. We don't see almost
In between.
anything in between, you know, and good. Young adults should be,
Yeah. They can get the jobs and.
yeah. But when you have small kids, it's hard, you know. I mean, they're running into daycare problems. They're running into, you know, just the lack of money to buy all the food they need and try to juggle all these bills.
Yeah.
And yeah, we
You
had,
got sports and.
I get a lot of people that are taking care of somebody else's children on top of their own children. So
Wow, that's a lot.
I know one lady came through. She had two little ones of her own, and then her sister's 2 little ones, all in car seats in her car.
Wow.
So we gave her diapers for everybody.
Yeah.
So God
nice.
bless you.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Even
That's a
grandparents raising the,
Oh yeah, all the
their
time.
grandchildren.
We're seeing that a lot. We're seeing that a lot. We're seeing a lot of people that are moving in with each other.
Yeah.
You know.
Nowadays it's so expensive, the food and the gas and all the prices.
Everything's gone up terribly, and so that's why we continue to do it, and that's why when we started, COVID had hit, and we didn't know how are we going to help the community in a safe way where we're safe, they're safe, but we can still help. And that's how we came up with this drive-through food distribution.
Oh, I was wondering how it got started. What was the idea
because
to get started?
and it took us 2 months to figure out how to do it safely. You know, there's a lot of opinions that you know, you have to be 20 feet from the car, just throw the food at them.
Right.
I'm only kidding. But it's
Yeah, you can't do that.
people were very, very, very
mask.
paranoid, you know.
Yeah.
But people just pop their trunk or they roll the window down and we just hand them the bag. And you saw when you were there that it was very, very quick.
Yeah, very quick. You just go through and get a mask, roll your window down, or
Roll your
pop the
window
back
down,
hood,
pop the trunk.
I mean, yeah. It was a great idea.
Oh, thank you.
Great idea. And that you don't have to sign up. I mean, and go through all that, you know, how much income do I have, you know, that embarrassment. And
When you're
you
filling
wouldn't be
out a
looking for
form like
food if
that,
you don't need it. you
Right.
know.
Well, I would hope that, you know, I get a lot of people that, mostly my family, that says, you know, some people are taking advantage. And I'm here to say that I think that 99.9% of the people that we are seeing are truly, truly in need. And they would not be there if they didn't need the food.
Right. Who would grab food that they don't need, you know?
Yeah.
Leave it for someone who needs it. So
Yeah.
that's great.
I know. I'm very, very, very proud of my volunteers. They're just wonderful. And when you think about this last summer, how uncomfortably hot it was.
Yes.
Well, we were standing on the tar in the sun every week, you know, every other weekend, giving out food, getting sunstroke. And last winter it was really fun in January when it was 14 degrees and the wind is blowing.
You're still out there?
And we are out there.
Wow.
The only thing that stops us is sleet and snow and a hurricane. We did have a hurricane, and it knocked the power out for a whole week. So then we said, okay, nobody has power. We're gonna push it off a week because.
Yeah. Right.
So we've been.
That's great. So
It is.
We have a minute left. So this Tracy Carlson from Gloria Day Church in Bristol on Camp Street. Go to her website for more information. And your website again?
Is gdeichurch.org.
Thank you so much for coming and what you do, everything you do, and everyone who helps you.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely. You've been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah. And thank you for tuning in to Christine's Corner. See you again next week.
The Saybrook Fish House in Canton has been serving fresh seafood, chicken, and steak entrees for 34 years, offering 3 cozy dining room settings, a newly renovated pub with craft beer, wine by the glass, specialty cocktails, and a lighter fare menu. Open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week. Reservations accepted for parties of 2 to 42, and gift certificates are also available. The Saybrook Fish House, nestled at the crossroads of Route 44, 202, and 179 in Canton.